Checking 1, 2, 3, guys. We are live. Let me share this again. Make sure all is well. See how the live stream sounds. Audio is going up and down. I think the audio is going up. Hello, check. Yeah, audio is working. Audio is working good. Let me get a little closer to the live stream. I mean, a little closer to the microphone that you guys can hear me a little bit better. It looks like the audio is working good. Wife is on. One of my biggest She is my biggest fan, and then my daughter is right behind her. So we're live, man. I posted a video the other day here in Rio Hondo, Texas, man. The original idea or the original meaning behind the video was to get kids active, was to get kids out there. And I am a father, and I know how it is. I know how you really want to go out to a spot that's well situated for your kids. You want to go out there and make sure the area is super clean and super nice and not dangerous at all, man. Especially because we only have one kid, and I can imagine how it is for people out there when they have 5 or 6 kids and there's a lot of rugrats running around. So that was the whole point of the video, and ended up doing pretty well, man. It got like 4.5, almost 5,000 views already in literally over a day. And I'm glad, man. I wanted to show that it can be done. You can go out there and you don't have to buy super expensive setups or go out and buy super expensive lures. And I know I do have the Bay Villain. So if you guys are interested in using that bad boy, you can head over to my website, stoicoutdoors.com. You can purchase the Bay Villain from there. And I always try to give back to people that buy from me. I try to give them a free sticker or something free as well. But that's besides the point, man. I wrote down 10 tips for you guys if you're going to be going out there to, or if you're going to be coming out to Rio Hondo and going out to the pier. I wanted to go over them because I had some people questioning or just asking questions in general in my last video. And instead of responding to each and every one, I wanted to make a video. That way, if you guys watch the first video, hopefully this video gets recommended right after, and you can watch it if you guys have any questions. And even if you have questions right now, you can drop them in the live stream. You can comment down below as well, and I would try to answer them for you guys. And one of the things that I do like about this community is whenever I make a video and someone knows something that I don't, or that I make a video and someone wants to share their tips, they always drop them down below and they make this a learning environment. So I'm gonna put it real quick. Drop any comments or questions down below, guys, and we'll get straight into it. There might be we got 7 people watching. I know it's kind of a random time throughout the day, but this is the time that I had available. So I'm going to make it work for you guys, man. So the first tip that I'm going to give you guys before you go fishing anywhere in general, before you go hunting, make sure you guys go out there and get a fishing and hunting license. If you guys are hunting, make sure you have your hunter's ed certification course, because it's unfortunate, man, but down here in the Rio Grande Valley, I see it a lot. And sometimes it's just a bad overall experience because people go out there and fish with their kids and they want to go out there and make memories, right? And then a game warden shows up and they do their job that they're supposed to do. They do the job that they signed up for. And I really appreciate all the game wardens and law enforcement and first responders that are out there, because it's a dangerous position to be in. And nothing against them for giving tickets for people without a license. That's on us, man. We got to go out there and educate those that are fishing, that are hunting. I know people are starting off and they don't even know, hey, bro, do I need a license? Do I need a hunting and fishing license? Yes, you do. What I like to do is, man, I like to get the fishing and hunting license. I can actually do it online with the app now. I believe it's called Hunt Texas, and you can search it on your app store, or you can go out to Walmart, or you can go out to any fishing and tackle shop and you can get your combo license. That's usually what I get, man. I usually get the saltwater fishing combo license, and I get the Matamoros, my little hometown. Yes, sir, Rio Hondo, Texas, man. So go out and get your fishing and hunting license, and you'll be good to go, man. The licenses run a whole year. So at the end of the year in August, I believe it's like the 29th or the 30th, that's when it expires. You can get it online a little bit before, or you can go out and pick it up in person. And make sure you get your hunting and fishing license. That's going to be the first tip as well. Yes, Bait and Tackle Shop in Rio Hondo, Texas. They do sell it, guys. Yes, sir. I actually went to that shop in that video, and you could see that it was closed. The guy wasn't available at the time. You can call that number before. You can search him on Facebook. Let him know, hey, bro, I need my hunting and fishing license. say, hey, Carlos Stoic sent me. I need my license. Can I show up and hook? And you can hook me up with a license. Yes, they can do that as well. So that's gonna be the first tip, man. Fishing and hunting license. The second tip is make sure you're using the right gear. If you're gonna be taking kids, yeah, you can get by using something that's a little bit more compact, a Zepco or whatever the latest and greatest for the younger generation that's out there. A Zepco or Shimano is what I like to use. But you can get a smaller setup and you can go out there with your kids. That way they don't have to be casting a 7 foot or a big 8 foot rod every single time. You can get a small 5'6" rod. You can get a 4 foot rod like the one that we have for my daughter. We're actually going to be taking her out here pretty soon to that same speckled trout fishing spot in HONDO. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for her to get to experience the outdoors because that's what I grew up in, man. I grew up fishing and hunting, and I believe it shaped me to become the person that I am today. And it helps just show how to handle wildlife and show how to try to set up people or the future generations for years and years to come. So make sure you get the right fishing gear. I'm just going to tell you what I like to use. If you're starting off, you want to go out and get it for yourself. I like using a 7 foot medium light rod. I always say get a Daiwa or get something super affordable. But the one I would recommend if you want to spend a little bit extra money, you can go out to Academy. It's the Daiwa. I'm sorry. It's a Falcon HD 7 foot medium light. It's got a cork grip. It feels like that old school style 7 foot medium light because you're going to be throwing artificial lures. For those that like throwing bait, you can also get a 7 foot medium Falcon, and you can be throwing shrimp or you can be throwing mullet. You can be throwing whatever you guys like to use. I'm not here to push any product on you guys. I'm just showing you guys what I like to use, and I'm just showing you guys what works for me. And if it helps you guys out in the future, that's what this video or that's what this channel is all about, man. I want to bring value to you guys. We actually showed up, me and my wife, we took a presentation class, and the guy kept saying, I want to add value. So that's what I want to do. But by that, I want to give you guys tips and tricks to set you guys up for success. So use the right rod, 7 foot, 2,500, 2,000, 3,000 series rod. You can get the Shimano Sienna. You can get the Shimano Vanford if you want to splurge a little bit, or you can go out and get the Daiwa Fuego. Daiwa Fuego is a good rod as well. Or you can go old school like me, man. I've had this reel, and I literally want to see exactly how long it's going to last. I have a Penn Fierce 2,500. Yes, it's a little bit heavier, but that thing is a workhorse, man. I use it for everything. I usually throw it in back of my truck, and I don't have any issues, man. The Penn Fierce 2 2,500 with 15-pound Power Pro line. I usually use 10-pound Power Pro, but that one has 15 pounds. So you can get anywhere between 10 to 20 pound. Whatever you guys like to use is good with me. Just try to use a lighter diameter line that we can cast that lure out there a little bit further, especially when you're working up here. You want to be able to cast that lure way off of where you're standing so that lure can get into the darkness and you can bring that lure into the light, and that's where those fish are going to hammer your lure. So that's the second tip. Third tip, lure. What do you guys like to use? I like using a double shad rig. That's what I like to use. I also like using an AM fishing lure. I also like using the Bay Villain. I also like using Berkeley Gulp. I also like using a DOA shrimp. So it's whatever you guys like to use, man. But remember, whenever you're fishing, just because that lure works that night doesn't mean it's going to work that same time throughout the years or throughout the nights to come. Sometimes those speckled trout and redfish, they literally only want to bite on a live shrimp. So that live shrimp tackle shop here in HONDO Live Bait and Tackle, that will be what you guys will have to use, man. Just because I use a shad rig that night doesn't mean it's going to work the next night. AM fishing lures, they throw one that's super small. It's a 3-inch lure and it's a glow. I like throwing anything that glows, man. I'm actually making a Bay Villain lure here that's going to glow in the dark, and it's going to be sick for the PIER. So whenever you're fishing, make sure you use something that glows, or try to use something that stands out in the water, because remember, it's dark. Those fish, those trout, those redfish, sometimes flounder, they just need a little extra help to find your lure. So that's just the third thing, man. Whatever you lure you guys want to use, I'm not here to push the Bay Villain, just here to educate you guys. The fourth tip, where do I cast my lure, or where do I cast a live shrimp, or where do I cast my dead shrimp, or where do I cast whatever lure or bait I'm going to be using? Remember, when you're fishing, you're standing on a ledge or you're standing on a pier, so that light's only going to go a certain area, a certain distance. So what you want to do is, I actually said it in my video. So if you guys want to watch that video as well, I throw some tips in there. Try to cast a lure in the dark. Try to cast a lure in the middle. Try to cast a lure right off the pier, or try to cast it past the light and into the darkness. try to find out where the fish are at is what I'm getting at. Sometimes they're in the middle, sometimes they're back there, sometimes they're to the right. And when you do catch a fish there, hey, I know that the fish are working from the dark to the light. I know the fish are sitting up in the middle. I know the fish are right along the pier or the shoreline. So that's where the fish are at. So just try to mix it up. Once you find out, hey, bro, the fish are here, that's where I know where the fish are at. So that's where you cast. The fifth tip, know your speckled trout limits. You can go over to the website, texasgamewarden.com, or you can just literally use ChatGPT or Grok AI. AI is crazy, bro, what you can do with AI. You can type in a question, what's the speckled trout limit? Right now, it's only 15 inch to 20 inch. If it's over 20 inch, I don't keep anything over 18, 19 inches, man, just because I want those speckled trout to breed. I want them to really reproduce. So I don't keep anything over 18, 19, 20 inches. I throw them back 16, 17 inches. I know it's kind of a small little area, but that's where I like to keep my trout. And I don't really eat much fish anyway. So when I do keep fish, I try to keep in that same area. That way those bigger trout can reproduce. So know your speckled trout limits, know your redfish limit over 20 inches, under 27.99 or 28 inch. Even those bigger bull reds, man, I always try to release them just for them to go out there and reproduce as well. So know the limit in your area. If you're fishing Baffin Bay, if you're fishing a little bit further north, Louisiana, that's off the table, man. This is specifically for the Rio Hondo area. This is specifically for Arroyo City, Port Mansfield, and South Padre Island. So know your trout limits. Number 6, always clean up for yourself, man. Me and my little brother went fishing and we saw a bunch of trash and we ended up picking up a few like there were some hooks on the ground. We picked them up and we threw them in the trash just because I don't want that hook to get into a kid's foot, man. Kids were running around behind us. I don't want them to trip and fall and get a hook in their foot. So if you see trash, pick it up. If you take trash out there, if you take bait out there, make sure you throw it away as well. That Rio Hondo area was actually like super clean. I was pretty impressed with how clean it was. So let's try to keep it that way as well. And there was a bunch of trash cans all over the place. So make sure you guys throw trash. If you guys accidentally drop trash in the water, I have a video where I'm literally walking and I'm trying to catch a trash because the wind was blowing it. Just pick it up and throw it away, man. So that's the 6th tip. Number 7, be helpful, man. When I was fishing, Mr. Rick, I actually met him on my YouTube channel. He's like, bro, I've been watching your stuff for years, and it was pretty cool, man. Because sometimes the wife's like, bro, who watches your videos? And I'm like, hey, people recognize you when I'm out there. This was a perfect example. My little brother was there, and he was shocked that I got recognized because it's been a while, man. Because I know I haven't been posting as much, but that's why I'm doing these live streams, just to try to get content out there for you guys. But yeah, man, be helpful. So there was a guy to my right. He took his daughter. He took his wife. Me and my little brother were catching fish. I ended up giving him the same setup that I was catching the fish on. And I was like, hey, bro, this is what I'm catching them on. Try it out. If you don't like it, you don't have to. But he ended up doing it, and he caught 2 or 3 fish while I was there. And we were actually joking about it because he caught a fish, and I was like, oh, it's because Stoic gave you the tip, right? But it was just, we were just messing around. But yeah, he ended up catching fish. So be helpful, man. And what I mean by that is, the other day I was walking out of Walmart and there was literally a shopping cart that was right behind a car. I moved it, put it back where it was supposed to be because I believe like if the wind were to come, that shopping cart was gonna hit the car. And I work hard for my stuff, man. I work hard for my truck. My wife works hard for her vehicle as well. We all work hard for our stuff. So if you see something like that, just try to move it away from the car, man, because you would want someone to do that for your car as well. Same thing with fishing. If you're catching fish, help out someone that's to your right. And I actually helped out another guy. He kept getting snags, and he kept pulling the line, and he kept retying. I was like, hey, bro, what's going on? He said that the memory line to his he was using mono was not giving him the casting distance. So I was like, bro, if you're going to be fishing for saltwater, I always like using Power Pro braid or just braid in general because there's no memory to that line, and it's not going to get tangled up as much as it would if you're using mono. So that's the 7th tip. 7th tip is to be helpful. Number 8 is to be courteous to others. And like that goes in hand with being helpful, right? I was fishing. They had glow in the dark lures. The light was literally right over my head. The guy walked over. I was like, hey, bro, get in there, charge up your lure. So he picked up the lure. He walked to the right. He cast it. I walked to the left. We were just kind of moving around. That way we can give each other space, man. That's what it's all about, in my opinion, especially the Rio Hondo Pier, man. Rio Hondo community is super small. We're a tight-knit group of people, and we all like to help each other out. At least I do, and that's what I wanted to push out for you guys as well, just to help each other out. The ninth tip: be resilient on the water, man. Sometimes you're going fishing, sometimes you're casting that lure for hours and hours and hours and hours, and you don't catch anything. But that's all right, man. That's the whole point of this channel as well. Stoic Outdoors is to be resilient on the water enough. Just because you're not going to catch a fish like every cast doesn't mean don't not to give up. One time I was fishing a tournament and we hadn't caught anything the entire day. I switched lures like 10 times, man. This was back before the Bay Villain came out. I switched lures like 10 times. Finally, it was 2:30, 3 o'clock was coming around. That's the time we were gonna head in because weigh-in was at 3:30. Luckily, we were right around the area that where the weigh-in was at, and I kept casting and casting. Literally at 2:37 to 2:40, I switched over to a gulp. Switch it, even if you don't like switching from the lure that you're using, change the color, and I ended up hooking up to a nice slot red. The cutter redfish was 25 inches, and this redfish was 24.99 inches, and it was right at 5 pounds. So it was a fat, big redfish, and that's what got us in the money, man. That's what actually made us money for that fishing trip, and that saved the entire day. Why? Because I stayed with it. Sometimes I see people that I'm fishing with, and they give up. They literally walk back to the boat, and they're like, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna take a break." Hey, that's cool, man. Sometimes you gotta recompose yourself, take a breath, and get back out there. But just keep fishing, keep at it, stay stoic, and stay with it. And hopefully, eventually, you can catch fish. And even if you don't catch fish, man, that is a 10th tip right here. Always have fun, even if you're not catching fish. Just to go out there in general with my little brother, man. Me and him have been fishing since we were kids. Me and him have had some situations where we're fishing where things go crazy and go get a little Western, as the kids say. But we ended up getting out of it, and we ended up being okay. But that was a cool story to look back at now. And now that's what I try to tell people as well, man. Especially if you're taking kids to the Rio Hondo area, remember that there's a literally like a little park for you guys to exercise. That's what I try to push on myself and my family as well. Try to exercise, try to eat a little bit better. We're trying to do those meal preps. If you guys saw the last video, Good Eats over in Harlingen, shout out to you guys. And yeah, man, try to live a healthy lifestyle that way your family and your kids can see that you're doing that as well. The Rio Hondo area has a place to exercise, and it also has a little playground for the kids. That's actually why we want to take our daughter out, because she loves going down the slides and she loves having a good time, man, just being out there in the outdoors. And even if you're going to be fishing and you're not catching fish, that's okay, man. That's the general idea, just to go out there and hang out with the family and make some memories. So we got 5 people in the chat. We got 6 likes. That's what I'm talking about. We're right at 17 minutes. And I want to take a quick moment to shout out DNL Dumpsters from McAllen area. They sponsored the last video. They're not sponsoring this video, but still, I want to try to help out a coworker of mine that's starting off this business. If you guys are interested, or you guys need dumpster rental vehicles or dumpster rental equipment, he is in the McAllen area as well. I will leave his info down below. So if you guys have any questions, drop them down below. Mr. Matamoros, if you do have any questions, drop them down below. I'm just curious of where you guys are watching from. I know I'm from down here in the Rio Grande Valley. The Rio Grande Valley is a special place, man. A lot of people say that a lot of bad things happen down here, but it's a crazy area where you can go fish. You can go to the island one day. You can walk around the beach. You can have some good food, man. Shout out to Chili Willy's as well for those burgers over in Arroyo City. It's crazy, the Rio Grande Valley, how big it's growing, but still how close it feels as well, because I have a lot of coworkers. I have a lot of family in the general area. And I really enjoy living down here in South Texas. And yeah, man. So thank you guys for watching this video. We're almost at 20 minutes. Let me just make sure I got all the tips. Number 1, fishing and hunting license, right fishing gear, the lure, where do I cast, speckled trout limits, cleaning up after yourself, be helpful, be courteous to others, be resilient, and to have fun even if you don't catch fish, man. That's what it's all it's about. That's actually what I'm thinking about doing here pretty soon, man. Once we hit 15,000 subscribers, we are almost at 15,000 subscribers. We just hit 12,000. I believe we're almost at 12,500. Oh, we're at 11,788 subscribers. So once we hit 12,000 subscribers, I'm looking at doing a little bit of a meetup. If not, for sure, I'm going to be doing a live stream where I give away a free wade fishing trip. And I don't know, man, if you guys are interested in a wade fishing trip, some Stoic merch. I'm also going to get with the Naughty Stringers. I'm also going to get with the 7-Day Addiction from the McAllen area. I'm probably going to get with Captain Jacob Tells of Charters, going to get with Captain Victor as well, because that's what I like about the fishing community down here in the Rio Grande Valley, man. We all try to help each other out, and we all try to get together when someone's doing a giveaway, or we all try to get together when someone is in need. So thank you guys for watching this video all the way through. As always, like, share, and subscribe. Remember, be resilient on the water and off. Peace.